Hard Knocks 50. We've got another fight that could end in a hurry. Two knockout artists stepping in the cage to face one another. It's Tom Theocharis taking on Dale Tallman.
My opponent's name for this fight is Tom Theocharis. He's from London, Ontario. His style of fighting is Muay Thai from what I've seen of him. He likes to kick, he likes to use his range, and he's a pretty good fighter, so I'll have to give him the respect that he deserves.
My opponent's name is Dale Tallman. He's a striker, brawler, likes to stand there and fight. Other than that, I don't really know much about him, and I don't really care.
My strategy for this fight against Tom Theocharis is basically what I've done in my previous two fights with Hard Knocks. That is, go in there, close the distance right away, find ways to land my big shots, but also be smart in my approach at the same time.
Tonight, the crowd's going to see how hungry I am to sign a professional contract. I'm going to go out there, take it to him from start to finish, and look to finish the fight from the get-go.
I will win this fight tonight because of my experience, because of my speed and my power and my ability to close the distance, and my ability to land a big shot, whoever the opponent is, and that's why I will win. I'm very confident in my abilities.
Tonight, I'm going to be looking to make a statement of this guy. I'm going to show the professional circuit what I'm all about, and I go out there and finish him with a vicious knockout.
This Hard Knocks fight is an amateur bout in the 170-pound division and is brought to you by X92.9. And now, let's see the fighters.
Coming down to the cage now, Dale Tallman. Jeremy, I stand by Dale Tallman's first ever fight as my favorite Hard Knocks knockout in history. This former boxer, Olympic level boxer for Canada, stepping in the cage tonight at the age of 43, looking to make short work of his opponent.
Well, Dale Tallman has made short work of many opponents in the Hard Knocks cage. He has got lights out hands. They are able to hit from different angles, and a lot of people say, oh, he's got a little bit of a wild punch. He has a wild punching style. He does. However, those wild punches land on the chin more often than not. So if you've got that ability, then you're going to be in good shape as a fighter.
Yeah, Tallman comes in with 2 wins on his record, both of them by knockout. His opponent also very adept on the feet. This one could be blink or you'll miss it.
Well, in blink or you'll miss it power from both these guys. Dale Tallman is an incredibly strong guy. As we take a look at his 3 things that we want to focus on, it's fitting that we're here at the Centric Casino because Dale Tallman makes slot machines of his opponent's eyes. They hit them, the eyes start flying back over top of their head. The thing for Tallman, though, is he must stay within his box. He doesn't have to go outside of the things that he's comfortable with. He is a great striker. He needs to keep the distance, let those hands fly. This is also his toughest test. Theocharis is a strong fighter, and he has great skills in all 3 phases of the game. So this will be the toughest test that Dale Tallman has had. But if he can secure a victory here, that is a big win for Dale Tallman. Tom Theocharis, no slouch.
Yeah, again, a former boxer, 2 wins by knockout on his record. Jeremy, when I asked him what he worked on since his last camp to become a better fighter, he said, well, I needed to sharpen up my striking. If he's gotten any sharper in his striking game, Tom Theocharis could be in a world of trouble.
Well, and anytime a fighter takes their strength and still finds a way to make it better, that's nothing but a good sign. That means that you're willing to learn, willing to always improve, and not just resting on your laurels of being a one-trick pony.
And now we await his opponent.
And his opponent.
So now we see Tom Theocharis coming down to the ring, also a knockout artist with a record of 4-0-1. All of those wins coming by knockout or TKO. Tom Theocharis getting set to step in the ring against Dale Tallman. And Jeremy, the last time we saw Theocharis, he was facing the first loss of his career.
Yeah, he ran into a brick wall that is Alex Martinez. Alex Martinez is now 14-3 as an amateur. He is representing Canada at the upcoming World Championships, World MMA Championships, and he's the defending World MMA Champion. So he is an extremely strong fighter. Tom Theocharis gave him a tough test. The one thing that Theocharis must do is he must have his hands up at all times. Even in situations that he doesn't think Tallman can get him, Tallman has the ability to throw punches from all different angles, and if he lands them, he's just knocked people out. Toughness is not an issue here. It's just Tallman has that punch power. Theocharis in himself has one punch power back the other way, but he tries to land combinations, get them set up, and then when his opponent tries to counter, then he lands the big right hand. Theocharis, the real deal. He's a very tough fighter.
Sociology student at Western University. This Mustang says that it was the focus that changed after a loss. He said that it really showed him that he can't just get by on his strikes. He needs to work his grappling. It cost him in his last fight, and he's determined to not let him cost him again.
We'll take a look at the tail of the tape here. 4-1 for Tom Theocharis, but 22 years old, still very young in his career. He does have a height and reach advantage, and of course 43 years old for Dale Tallman, but do not let that fool you.
Both fighters are ready, so we will head inside the cage for the official introductions. Here's Jay Denance.
And now, the official Hard Knocks fighter introductions. In the blue corner for Slimwell, he's 2-0 as an amateur, 43 years old, and stands 5 feet, 9 inches tall. He weighed in at 168 1/2 pounds. Fighting as an independent from Edmonton, please welcome Hard Knocks fighter, Dale Tallman! And in the red corner for the Shooting Edge, he's 4-1 as an amateur, 22 years old, and stands 6 feet, 2 inches tall. He weighed in at 170 pounds, fighting out of Adrenaline Training Center from London. Please welcome Hard Knocks fighter, Tom the Greek Warrior Theocharis. This bout will be contested under amateur rules. The referee in charge of the Hard Knocks action is Mr. Andy Social.
Andy Social will be our referee for this battle between Tom Theocharis and Dale Tallman. Again, all of their combined 6 wins coming by knockout or TKO. This one could be over very, very quickly. In fact, Tallman's 2 wins, Jeremy, combining for just 113 seconds in the cage.
Just an impressive punching power from Tallman, but Theocharis, he's aware of that big punch. He's keeping his hands up high.
I talked to Dale about how he's going to get. What he said to me is he can't afford to let Theocharis just take his time and pace. He's going to have to get inside and attack. Theocharis much longer than Tallman, despite just a 3-inch height difference.
Nice snapping kick from Theocharis. Trying to keep it range. He's got the reach advantage, so if you can keep Tallman back with the kicks, it takes away the big weapon, and you can see the big punches from Dale Tallman, and he comes in from just such unorthodox angles, and he landed the right punch, which Theocharis stopped, and now a choke attempt here by Theocharis.
Yeah, it looked like Tallman was trying to take Theocharis down, but wound up on the wrong side of it. It doesn't look like it's necessarily in the right spot yet. More of a jaw crank here than it is a choke. It looks like Tallman not really necessarily in danger from here, Jeremy, but if Theocharis get a chance to adjust, that could be a problem.
Tallman doing an excellent job of getting away from it.
Again, no strikes to the head of a downed opponent here in the amateur rules. Big swing at Tallman. Tallman gonna stop and grab his mouthpiece. Just fell out of his mouth.
The angles that we're talking about with Tallman, he threw a right hand awkwardly, and Theocharis moved to the side and just as kind of instinct to move to the side, and Tallman was already throwing the left hand to land it. So Theocharis really has to watch out for that big punch of Dale Tallman.
Well, that's moving your opponent into where you want him to be, and that's the experience of a 43-year-old boxer. Again, Theocharis with the reach advantage, so Tallman's got to get in tight. Eats a big leg kick to the stomach, or a big kick to the stomach, rather.
He lands a big left hand as well, so taking damage, but willing to perhaps take the damage to get inside to be able to land a big punch to the chin of Theocharis. And Tallman, for his effort, keeps switching stances. He goes from southpaw to orthodox. He's moving forward. That's a technique that's been used by Donald Cerrone. He will move forward to a punch with a hand and switch stances and land the big hand for the other side.
You see that overhand right keeps coming out from Dale Tallman. There's a big knee to the solar plexus, as now Theocharis looks for the double leg and secures it.
Well, Theocharis will be good to try and keep this fight on the ground, because although he's survived the Dale Tallman attempt so far, and an Americana attempt here from Theocharis,
Tallman using the fence as a defense. Now it's over. There's the tap on the far side. This fight is over. Tom Theocharis wins. Dale Tallman in trouble here. His shoulder might have popped.
well, and unfortunately, just with the position, Tallman was tapping on the wrong side. The referee couldn't see it, and by the time he did, there was a lot of pressure being put on the shoulder of Tallman.
Dale Tallman upset that he's lost this one, but we will be back momentarily with a decision. So Tom Theocharis is the winner here. He gets back on the winning track, improves to 5-1 as an amateur. Dale Tallman suffering his first loss in the MMA cage, and again, a tap that happened a couple seconds before it went over, but nevertheless, at the end of it, it was Tom Theocharis was your winner, and that tap was coming. It ended up being a verbal tap, I believe, that got our referee to stop the fight. But Tom Theocharis very happy with himself here as he finds himself the winner in this fight. Make sure you head on over to Facebook. Check us out there as well. Hard Knocks Fighting on Facebook. Lots of exclusive content there. Also on the app that you'll see. And we've got plenty of action for you here tonight with 8 more fights to come. A mixture of pro and amateur throughout the night. The first time that we've done that here in the Hard Knocks Fighting Championship really allows us to feature some of our amateurs as they gain more experience, like that young man did just right there. Tom Theocharis is your winner in this fight, and the official decision is in. So we will head inside the cage now to the voice of the Hard Knocks Fighting Championship. Here's Jaden Nance.
And now, the official decision, brought to you by X929. The winner by tap out due to Kimura at 2 minutes and 48 seconds in the first round. In the red corner, Tom, the Greek Warrior, Theocharis.
Tom Theocharis is your winner. He'll be center of the cage momentarily with Jeremy.
Tom, big win for you. The last time you were here, a little bit of disappointment. You ran into a tough opponent. This time you wanted to prove a point. Did you prove it tonight?
Definitely. Just want to thank my coaches, Chris Ordecki, Reno, TJ for cornering me, everyone at Adrenaline, everyone at Stratford BJJ, everybody at Burlington Training Center. Thank you guys so much.
You guys had some good exchanges on the feet. He was switching up stances on you. He was going southpaw, back to orthodox, back to southpaw. Were you able to solve that, and did he ever land a punch that to hurt you a little bit?
Oh yeah, he hit me a few times. It definitely hurt. He's a strong guy, but you know what? I was staying focused. I felt comfortable the whole time, so I'm happy with the win.
Now, when you were taking him to the ground, did you immediately think to go for Kimura? Is that what your goal was, or just took what came to you?
You know what? That's a move I like to do a lot, so it definitely came to me.
What's next for you?
You know what? I just take it one fight at a time. I'm supposed to be fighting in Las Vegas in September, so we'll see. I'm gonna go back to the gym Monday, talk to my coach, talk to my team, and just go from there.
Give it up for him one more time. He's your winner, Tom Theocharis.
Tom Theocharis is your winner here tonight, and he improves to 5-1 in his amateur career. As we take a look at the finish now, you can see the Kimura locked in, and there's the tap from Dale Tallman, and it looks like it might have been a moment too late. Tallman looks like he's in a little bit of pain there. Hopefully nothing too serious.
Well, one of the things with the Kimura is it feels like nothing, and then all of a sudden your shoulder's in a lot of pain, and just holding on to it for a few seconds longer, or I guess a few half seconds longer, just because of the location of the tap, that puts a lot of pressure. But Dale Tallman will be back. He loves to fight. Tom Theocharis, so bright future for this guy. Took a lot of big punches, was still able to come forward, able to use his game plan to be able to secure the win. And again, he's very excited. He wants to turn pro coming up very soon. So hopefully we'll see him back in the Hard Knocks cage right away.